Hello there. Have you ever woken up in the morning with a heavy back, a neck stiff like wood, and shoulders that feel as though they've been carrying the weight of a long, weary dream? Not sharp pain, just a sluggish start. I remember a patient of mine, Linda, 63 years old. She once told me, "Doctor, it takes me almost 15 minutes every morning just to sit up in bed. My knees don't hurt, but my neck refuses to cooperate. My shoulders feel like they've been bolted down. I feel like a rusty old machine." Have you ever felt like that? Not quite an illness, but also not quite whole anymore. A slow, quiet feeling as if your body is gently saying, "Please wake me," softly. And I want to share something with you. As a 60-year-old doctor, someone who has lived through many mornings just like that, I can tell you plainly, age isn't what makes your body stiff. It's neglect. Neglect of small, mindful, regular movements, the very movements that keep our joints supple over the years. I want you to imagine your body like a stringed instrument. Each night you set that instrument down to rest, and in the morning if you don't retune it, it will sound off. The music won't be right. The same goes for your body. If you don't wind it up with movement, breath, and presence, your whole day will feel out of tune. That's why stretching your neck and shoulders is the first thing I want you to do every morning. When you wake, don't rush to get up just yet. Stay in bed and try this with me, a simple movement that might just refresh your whole day. Gently turn your head to the left, then to the right. Slowly. Feel each vertebra softening like it's being oiled with care. Now tilt your head to one side as if you're leaning into someone's shoulder. Then switch sides. Hold each stretch for 5 to 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Next, raise your shoulders up, then drop them. Repeat a few times. Then roll your shoulders in circles forward, then backward. You don't need to use force. You don't need to count reps. You only need to feel this: I am waking myself up gently. Do you know what's happening in your body? Blood vessels are gently opening. Circulation improves. Muscle tension is released. In fact, just 2 to 3 minutes of neck and shoulder stretching in the morning can reduce chronic neck pain, boost oxygen to your brain, making you more alert, prevent dizziness and headaches from sudden movements, and most importantly, reduce the risk of injury during your day. I once had another patient, Mr. Harris, 70 years old, who said to me, "Doc, I'm used to hearing a crack in my neck every morning. I thought it was normal." But you know what that sound really is. It's your spine calling out for help after a night of being ignored. After just a few weeks of morning neck and shoulder stretches, Mr. Harris came back and told me I can turn my head now to watch my grandkids play without discomfort. I feel free in my own body. Free in your own body. That's something I believe every person deserves, even after 50, 60, or 70. And that kind of freedom begins with something very small: a mindful head turn, a gentle shoulder roll, a conscious breath. So tomorrow morning, I want you to try something new. When you open your eyes, don't reach for your phone. Give yourself 2 or 3 quiet minutes just to breathe. Turn your neck, roll your shoulders, and tell yourself, "Today I will begin gently." There's a woman I once cared for, Sylvia, 75 years old, who had this morning ritual. She would sit at the edge of her bed and softly whisper, "Good morning, my body. Thank you for still being here." Then she would roll her shoulders 3 times, stretch her neck, breathe, and begin her day. I asked her once, "Why do you do that every morning?" She smiled and said, "I used to think aging was a decline, but I've learned if you love your body long enough, it begins to love you back." My dear friend, stretching your neck and shoulders isn't just a warm-up. It's a ritual, a way to greet the new day with awareness and gratitude. You don't need to be as strong as an athlete. You just need to be flexible enough to turn your head when someone calls your name. Resilient enough to sit beside your grandchild without shoulder pain. And gentle enough with yourself so your body no longer feels like a burden, but instead becomes the kindest companion you have. I'm Dr. Ethan Greenwell, and I believe we cannot stop time from moving forward, but we can choose how we begin each day. With one small motion, one light breath, one neck rotation like unlocking the flow of life within you. If this video helped you, I hope you'll share it with someone, a friend or loved one who still wakes up with sore shoulders and a long day ahead. Because who knows, one gentle shoulder roll might just change the rhythm of their whole day. Hello again. Let me begin today with a simple question. Did your back feel heavier than usual this morning? Not exactly painful. Not enough to call a doctor or reach for a painkiller. Just a tight, stiff feeling as if someone had quietly tied a rope around your lower back during the night. And now in the morning, you need a few minutes just to unlock your body. I once had a patient named Sandra, 68 years old. She didn't come to see me for heart disease or high blood pressure, but for something much simpler. She said, "Doctor, it takes me nearly 10 minutes every morning just to stand up straight. I have to sit, twist, and shake out my back before I can even take my first step." Have you ever felt like that? A morning where you're not exactly sick, but also not truly well. Where your body feels like an old suitcase too heavy to lift, too tired to move. Let me offer you a picture to hold in your mind. Your spine for 50, 60, maybe even 70 years has carried your whole life. It has held your children, lifted heavy bags, supported your busy mornings and your weary evenings. Now that life is slowing down a bit, your spine doesn't ask for much, just a few minutes of attention every morning. Why does our back feel stiff in the morning? The answer is simple but rarely discussed. While you sleep, your body stays still for 6 to 8 hours. Joint fluid stops circulating. The muscles along your spine remain in one position. Especially the lower back, the area that carries the most weight when you sit all day, cook bent over the counter, or sleep in poor posture. And the result? You wake up stiff, heavy, struggling to straighten. So what's the simplest way to unlock that part of your body? It's a gentle stretch I often call knees to chest. This is something I regularly teach my patients, and today I'd like to share it with you, as if I were sitting beside your bed tomorrow morning. Lie on your back. You don't even need to get out of bed. Gently pull one knee up toward your chest. Wrap both hands around your shin and draw it a little closer as if you're hugging yourself. Hold for about 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Then switch legs. Do the same on the other side. Finally, bring both knees up to your chest. Hug them together as if returning to your safest, most restful place. Gently rock side to side like a little hammock, cradling yourself. Do you know what's magical about this movement? After just a few stretches, you'll feel it. A long, peaceful exhale. A wave of lightness. A softening in your body that you didn't even know you needed. Oh. I once said to Mr. Bill, a retired engineer, 71 years old, "You don't need a new back. You just need to remind it that it's still alive." And after 2 weeks of doing this stretch each morning, he called me and said, "Ethan, I don't launch out of bed like a rusty robot anymore. I wake up, hug my knees, breathe, and feel like I'm finally making peace with my body." Why is this stretch so effective? From a medical perspective, when you pull your knees to your chest, you are gently stretching the lower back where tension quietly builds overnight. Releasing pressure from your spinal discs, especially helpful for those with herniation or degeneration. Stimulating your lower abdomen, which aids digestion and reduces bloating, a common but overlooked issue in seniors, and most of all, softening your spine like a musical instrument being tuned each morning. I once shared this stretch with a group of older adults in Wisconsin. I said, "You may not be running marathons anymore, but you can still walk tall if you give your back a chance to breathe each morning." One woman, Teresa, age 74, had suffered from chronic back pain for years. After a month of practicing this stretch, she told me, "I don't need pain pills in the morning anymore, doctor. I just need my bed, a soft pillow, and 2 hands to hug my knees." You see, healing doesn't always require something complex. Sometimes it just takes one mindful moment, one small act of love for yourself. So tomorrow morning, I invite you to try this. Before you get out of bed, stay still, bend your knees, hug yourself, take one deep breath. No rush, no force. Feel your spine. Smile. Because in the end, the most precious thing isn't being pain-free. It's starting your day with this gentle truth. My body is working with me, not against me. I'm Dr. Ethan Greenwell, and I believe after age 50, there is no greater gift than a flexible back. Not to run races, but to stand tall. To bend down and hug your grandchildren. To sit and read for hours without shifting 10 times. To feel that each day is no longer a battle with your back, but a peaceful journey worth living. If this video helped you, please share it with someone. Someone who still wakes up every morning with a little groan, not realizing that just a few stretches might change the course of their entire day. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. I'll see you again in the next segment. Dear friend, I'd like to begin this part with a simple, very human question, one you may have asked yourself before. Why do my legs feel like they've been taken apart and put back together wrong every morning? A patient of mine, Mr. Harry, 69 years old, once asked me that exact question. He half smiled and said, "Every morning it takes me nearly 10 minutes just to stand up steadily. My knees are stiff, my ankles feel numb. Every step feels like I'm walking on gravel." Have you ever felt something like that? Not exactly pain, but not confidence either. Not flexibility, as if your legs haven't quite woken up with the rest of you. I remember sitting with Mr. Harry in my clinic, and I told him, after age 50, our bodies don't start up automatically anymore, not like they used to. We have to wake them up part by part with gentleness and consistency. And one of the best ways to do that is to activate your legs with a light bicycle motion and gentle ankle rolls right in bed. I know it sounds simple, but the results remarkable. After treating hundreds of older patients over the years, I've learned one thing. Those who maintain flexibility in their legs, especially around the ankles and knees, tend to move better, fall less, and honestly, look more refreshed every morning. So picture this with me. You've just woken up. Before jumping out of bed, you lie on your back. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Now gently raise both legs just slightly off the bed, no need to go high. Just enough to rotate your ankles in circles, 5 times clockwise, 5 times counterclockwise. Then begin a gentle bicycling motion, like you're riding peacefully down a quiet country path. Do 20 slow, mindful rotations. That's it. Just 2 minutes. But in those 2 minutes, you're boosting circulation to your lower limbs, the very areas most affected by poor blood flow after a long night of stillness. A study from the Mayo Clinic showed that light morning movement stimulates circulation, reduces the risk of blood clots, and improves nerve sensitivity, particularly in the feet and legs. And if you've ever experienced tingling in your feet, cold toes, or a sense that your ankles don't respond well, this simple ankle roll is a gift your body's been waiting for. I once guided a lovely woman named Ellen, age 74, through this bicycle routine each morning. She had given up on stairs until 2 weeks later. She told me I climbed to the 2nd floor of my house without grabbing the railing. We often blame aging for our weakening legs, but in truth, it's often neglect. We simply don't pay attention to our legs until they start to protest. As a doctor, let me be clear with you. If you don't actively support your legs with blood flow and movement, functional decline will come faster than you expect. Your body doesn't need athletic training. It just needs steady care with the right moves at the right time. So here's my advice. Every morning, take 2 to 3 minutes for gentle bicycle kicks and ankle circles. You don't need to leave your bed. No equipment needed. Just you and your legs. And while you're rolling your ankles, close your eyes and think. Every circle is a thank you to the legs that have carried me through millions of steps in life. You'll see. After just a few days, you'll rise from bed more steadily. After a few weeks, you'll walk more confidently. And after a few months, you may realize your legs no longer go numb when you sit too long. You no longer hesitate when stepping down a curb. I remember telling Mr. Harry after 1 month of practice, "You're not just pedaling your legs in the air. You're pedaling backward, against the aging process, one rotation at a time." And he smiled. the kind of smile that comes from reclaiming a piece of yourself. My friend, we may not be able to control aging, but we can control how we treat our bodies each morning. Choose to begin your day by honoring your legs, with 20 slow, deliberate bicycle motions, with gentle, loving ankle circles. And you'll find those few minutes may be enough to change the course of the entire day. I'm Dr. Ethan Greenwell, and I believe growing older isn't a time to stop, it's a time to move wisely, slowly, and with deep respect. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about. Someone who still wakes up every morning battling stiffness and pain so they know there's another way. A softer way. A more effective way. A way built on kindness. We've just gone through 3 gentle yet powerful morning stretches together. A few slow neck rolls to awaken your spine and release the stiffness of a long night. A knees-to-chest hug to thank your lower back for quietly carrying you through the years. And a slow bicycle motion to stir blood flow, energize your toes, and prepare every step of your day. Just 10 minutes each morning, and you're not only stretching your body, you're refreshing your soul. Because after age 50, your body doesn't need you to be as strong as you once were. It simply needs you to be more gentle, to listen more, and to love it more consistently. I'm Dr. Ethan Greenwell, and I believe aging is not the end of the road. It's a beautiful opportunity to begin living with greater awareness. Give your body a small gift every morning, and you might be surprised to find it still wants to walk with you steadily, fully, and faithfully. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button so I know you're walking this journey with me. Share it with a loved one. Someone who's also waking up each morning with sore shoulders, a stiff back, or numb feet. And subscribe to this channel so you never miss more simple, practical, and caring guidance like this. I'm Dr. Ethan Greenwell, and I'm here to help you live healthy, live joyfully, and live meaningfully after 50.